You're not my darling, but I crave your presence and eagerly anticipate our reunion. Our time in New York was unforgettable. I'm thinking, wait a minute, that's Derek's voice. The clandestine romance between Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes' wife ignited a late-night road trip leading to a backyard fight. Tony Parker's romance with a teammate's spouse almost led to dire consequences. Meanwhile, Shaquille O'Neal's rumored connection with Gilbert Arenas' fiancée nearly rocked the NBA to its foundations. In today's video, we delve into the stories of NBA players entangled with fellow players' partners. To kick things off, let's examine the infamous affair that marked NBA history. The speculation of a liaison between iconic center Shaquille O'Neal and Laura Gobbins, who was engaged to Gilbert Arenas then. Laura Gobbins joined forces with Gilbert Arenas in 2002, their engagement happening in 2008, and they welcomed 4 children. Concurrently, Shaquille O'Neal was wed to Shani Henderson from 2002 until 2011, openly confessing to several infidelities throughout their union. The controversy ignited when YBF published leaked emails in November 2009, purportedly between O'Neal and Gobbins, containing graphic material. This scandal emerged right as Arenas dealt with an NBA suspension related to a gun incident in the locker room. The fallout for Gilbert Arenas was profound. In a matchup with Indiana, the crowd erupted with chants of Shaq, 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 while he took his free throws, resulting in him failing to make either shot. Even kids seated behind the bench joined in, transforming an ordinary moment into an embarrassing episode. I hit nothing but backboard. It was as if the rim was just a loud smack. Shani Henderson initiated divorce proceedings soon after the rumors surfaced, formally parting ways in 2011. In her 2024 memoir, Undefeated, she elaborated on the emotional impact, recounting her encounter with Gobbins. Laura Gobbins repeatedly refuted the accusations, declaring in 2011, "No way. Have you looked at his feet? Who would want to sleep with someone like that?" She asserted that the emails were forged, holding this position for more than 10 years. The controversy became a focal point among basketball wives, intensifying public curiosity through intense clashes between Henderson and Gobbins. The accusations of infidelity placed a strain on Arenas and Gobbins' bond, leading to their ultimate split in 2014 amidst acrimonious legal disputes. This narrative of supposed betrayal and its dire repercussions paves the way for our upcoming story about a French point guard whose text correspondence would ruin a seemingly perfect marriage. Tony Parker, the French floor general who played a pivotal role in securing multiple championships for the Spurs, became embroiled in a controversy involving Erin Barry, the spouse of his former teammate Brent Barry. This incident occurred in 2010, a year when it seemed Parker had it all together. In 2007, he had tied the knot with Eva Longoria, the star from Desperate Housewives, in a storybook wedding in France, epitomizing the ideal celebrity romance. At the same time, Brent Barry, who was with the Spurs from 2004 until 2008, was married to Erin Barry, and their families had fostered a strong friendship over the years. Frequently, they hung out with Erin, forming a close friendship with Eva through their roles as wives of players, a bond that persisted even after Brent exited the team. The controversy erupted in November 2010 when Eva Longoria sought a divorce upon finding hundreds of messages on Parker's phone. Interestingly, just weeks prior, on October 29, 2010, Brent Barry had initiated divorce proceedings from Erin. Speculation circulated in the media, suggesting the messages were exchanged with Erin Barry, alluding to his sexting controversy. While sources confirmed the texts had a flirtatious tone, they refuted claims of any physical relationship. Erin Barry categorically refuted any claims of infidelity, asserting on her platform, "I did not engage in an affair with Tony Parker, nor did I seek him out," clarifying that the rumors stemmed from a mere coincidence in timing. Both couples finalized their divorces in January 2011, signaling the closure of what had seemed like stable unions. For Eva, the hurt ran deep because of her kinship with Erin. In a 2025 conversation, Longoria reminisced, "It wasn't about his choice. I sometimes found myself questioning, am I not attractive enough? Am I not attractive enough?" Yet I quickly halted that thought, reminding myself not to spiral into that mindset. The Parker Barry incident showcased how today's technology reveals untoward liaisons, reflecting the intertwined web of NBA social networks. Eva ultimately discovered joy again, tying the knot once more in 2016, displaying incredible strength after the turmoil of public deceit. This saga of text message treachery segues into our following account, where hidden affairs would erupt into one of the most intense showdowns in NBA lore. Derek Fisher. While some NBA controversies quietly linger, others erupt dramatically for all to see. Derek Fisher, a 5-time NBA champion and ex-coach of the Knicks, entered into a romantic relationship with Gloria Gobbins in 2015, coinciding with her separation from Matt Barnes. Fisher and Barnes were teammates on the Lakers from 2010 to 2012, heightening the sense of personal betrayal. The unfolding drama ignited during a family road trip. Barnes was heading back to LA with Gloria and their twin boys following the Memphis training session. At a quick break, Gloria's Bluetooth synced up on its own, and Barnes caught a conversation that turned his world upside down. "I'm not your baby. I miss you." I can't wait to see you again. We had such a blast in New York. Barnes thought, what the hell? That's Derek's voice. Barnes instantly identified Fisher's voice, filled with romantic feelings. After he dropped Barnes off, one of his twin sons FaceTimed, visibly upset. I thought Carter was always such a good guy. He just shook his head, offering no words. I couldn't help but wonder what was happening. What's keeping you quiet? He just shakes his head in response, remaining silent. Then, he lays his head on the couch, covering his face with a pillow. Meanwhile, on the phone, he mentions, Derek is here with me. What unfolds next would etch itself into NBA lore. Once Barnes left his son at the condo, one of his twins FaceTimed him, visibly upset. The 6-year-old, hiding behind a pillow, reluctantly mentioned that Derek was at their place. When Barnes reached out to his other son, Isaiah, he found out they had just fetched mommy's friend, Derek, from the airport. The kid's bafflement over whether Derek belonged to daddy or mommy highlighted the tangled dynamics at play. It's a quarter of an hour. 15 minutes, correct? Absolutely. Contrary to what many think, Barnes explained he didn't journey 95 miles, but instead just took a 15-minute trip from Marina Del Rey to Manhattan Beach. Once I entered the backyard, I spotted Derek with his arm around Gloria, so I immediately took action against him. Confrontation ensued. A physical scuffle took place at 11:45 p.m. in Gavin's backyard amidst a bonfire gathering of around 10 individuals. Upon arriving, Barnes spotted Fisher with an arm draped around Gloria and promptly launched an assault. The brawl was fierce, featuring Barnes tipping the scales at 235 pounds, going head-to-head with Fisher, who was 6 feet 1 inch and weighed 200 pounds. I struck him, and he either soared towards or crashed against the sliding glass door. Authorities were notified, yet Fisher departed prior to their arrival. No legal actions were pursued. The consequences involved custody disputes, with Barnes awarded full custody in 2018. Nevertheless, this narrative concludes on an uplifting note. In 2021, Barnes and Fisher reconciled, maintaining frequent communication and supporting one another at various events. Fisher married Gavins in July 2021 and now mentors Barnes twins at their high school, showcasing that conflicts can be settled when the welfare of children is paramount. This intense clash shifts us to another kind of scandal, one defined by unseemly remarks rather than hidden romances that could tarnish the bonds among NBA greats. Karl Malone. Indeed, not all NBA controversies are rooted in illicit liaisons. Often, the most harmful events unfold right before our eyes. In 2003, Karl Malone, the illustrious mailman, signed with the Lakers for his last season, hoping to capture a championship alongside Kobe Bryant. However, what was expected to be a celebratory year was marred by a significant incident that fractured connections. This took place on November 23, 2004, during a Lakers home match against the Milwaukee Bucks. Vanessa Bryant reached out to Malone's phone, having obtained his number from his wife, Kay, intending to invite Malone's son to join her area in the stands. During their chat, Malone invited Vanessa to sit beside him and embrace him, implying that such a gesture would land them on magazine covers nationwide. When she pointed out their marriage and the gap in their ages, Malone retorted with a jab, "Oh, just like your father," which was rather offensive. When asked about his cowboy hat, he crudely joked about seeking out young Mexican girls, an especially hurtful comment given Vanessa's heritage. Kobe, feeling betrayed by someone he regarded as a brother figure, sternly warned Malone to keep his distance from Vanessa. In various interviews, Kobe shared his profound disappointment at being let down. When the controversy arose from the radio interview, numerous reporters approached me, both on and off the record, inquiring about the personal conflict between me and Karl, clearly aware of it, whether from him or his reputation, but I was uncertain. I told them that it's something private handled privately. Malone refuted any advances but expressed regret for his unprofessional comments. Yet, during a four-way conversation with both pairs, he disputed the exact statements, which only heightened strain. The situation went public after Vanessa revealed details. The Lakers fell to Detroit in the finals, losing in 5 games after having a strong start at 18. 3. The friction might have played a role in internal distractions that strained team dynamics. Their rivalry lasted for years, highlighted by Malone's 2015 remark indicating he was ready to confront Kobe. There's no sign of any reconciliation, making this one of basketball's longest-running feuds. The Malone-Bryant episode illustrates how careless words can ruin years of honor, leading us to the following tale where mere rumors, not verified actions, could have equally harmful effects. Consider Andrew Bynum. Whispers and gossip can circulate rapidly, tarnishing reputations and careers based solely on conjecture and nameless rumors. This incident involved Andrew Bynum and Christina Anderson, the wife of Jamal Mosley, illustrating how rapidly unfounded allegations can escalate in today's social media-driven 24/7 sports environment. Andrew Bynum, known for his stint as a center with the Los Angeles Lakers, joined the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2013. By then, his career, which had once been filled with promise, was already declining due to persistent injuries. Jamal Mosley, then an assistant coach for the Cavaliers, has since gained recognition for his role as head coach of the Orlando Magic. Meanwhile, Christina Anderson, married to Mosley since 2016, has kept a discreet profile working as a public relations consultant. The Cleveland Cavaliers quickly refuted the allegations, asserting that they were completely false, which probably led to the article's retraction due to legal pressure. Sports journalists dismissed the speculation as utter nonsense, likening it to other baseless rumors. Bynum, Mosley, and Anderson chose not to comment on the claims, knowing that engaging with unfounded chatter can often lead to more trouble. Bynum's career had already been hindered by injuries and off-court issues. His departure in March 2014 effectively concluded his career at just 26 years old. Mosley's trajectory stayed steady, rising to the role of Magic head coach in 2021. Anderson kept a quiet demeanor, and together with Mosley, they parent 3 kids, showcasing a solid family dynamic that counters false claims. This situation highlights the perils of baseless rumors in the modern world, where sensationalist websites favor engagement over truth. The Cavaliers acted quickly to refute the claims, mitigating any potential fallout, and the narrative eventually dwindled as its vacuity became apparent. Transitioning from unfounded allegations to ongoing yet unverified suspicions, our next piece features the cherished point guard Steve Nash, whose legacy has sparked polarized views among fans for years. Jason Richardson. The tale of an alleged romance between Jason Richardson and Alejandra Amarilla, the wife of Steve Nash, stirs intense discussions within the NBA world. Unlike many scandals, this one is clouded with ambiguity, invoking strong advocates for both parties. The speculation first surfaced in 2010 when Nash initiated divorce proceedings against Amarilla on November 13th, a mere day after the birth of their 3rd child, Mateo. This peculiar timing raised significant questions, especially considering Nash's devoted family man persona. Richardson, who was a teammate of Nash's son from 2008 to 2010, was traded to Orlando in December 2010. The timing of Nash's divorce application stirred rumors of hidden conflict. Certain articles hinted Nash might have thought there was cheating involved, with Richardson being considered as possibly Mateo's real father due to similarities in looks. These allegations were never backed by DNA tests or formal declarations. Nonetheless, recent evaluations clearly indicate there's a lack of trustworthy proof or official acknowledgement of the alleged affair, deeming it mere internet chatter. Amarilla responded to the speculation in Arizona Foothills magazine by appearing alongside Mateo and their twins, subtly confirming Nash's role as their father. Nash's comments were succinct. "My wife and I find ourselves in a poignant moment. After 5 years, we've decided to end our marriage." His lack of elaboration invited speculation while emphasizing his wish for seclusion. Compounding matters, there were reports of Nash entering a relationship with Brittany Richardson after the separation, which could easily lead to confusion with Jason Richardson, possibly spreading misinformation. Recent reports bolster Amarilla's dismissal of the allegations, highlighting Mateo's ongoing assertion of being Nash's son, indicating that the theories from 2010 lack verification. The Richardson-Nash speculation epitomizes an annoying dilemma in sports, where the lack of evidence permits endless conjecture. Both athletes' careers remain intact, with Nash celebrated as a legendary point guard. This narrative of unverified claims sets the stage for our upcoming story. Whispers began to jeopardize the solid unity of the team. Paul George. The Indiana Pacers had reached the pinnacle of basketball in 2014. Holding the top seed in the Eastern Conference, they appeared on the brink of achieving greatness. In his prime, Paul George posted remarkable stats, confirming his status as one of the league's elite two-way athletes. Roy Hibbert, a formidable all-star center, showcased exceptional defensive skills inside the paint. This promising young team appeared to be on the rise until a destabilizing rumor surfaced, casting a shadow over their achievements. It suggested that Paul George was having a romantic liaison with Valerie Cook, who just so happens to be Roy Hibbert's fiancée, as revealed by BallerAlert.com through an anonymous tip. Although no solid proof was presented, the timing was certainly questionable. Hibbert's playing level saw a significant downturn in the 2013 to 2014 season, especially during the playoffs, where he faced multiple games without a score. The first-seeded Pacers found it challenging to overcome the 8th-seeded Atlanta in a grueling 7-game matchup. Speculations in the media suggested that the rumors surrounding him had a mental impact on Hibbert, leading to his uncharacteristic difficulties. The link between personal issues and his performance on the court was unmistakable. In response, Paul George shared an Instagram image featuring himself, Hibbert, and George Hill enjoying a fishing trip, urging that these rumors needed to cease. It's becoming tiresome, and those of you who buy into it are uninformed. Hash Brothers. Hibbert mentioned the fishing adventure. Following practice, he offered me a spot on his boat, and we spent roughly 2 hours fishing, enjoying the piece without discussing basketball. Our conversation revolved around life, as we aimed to reel in some base. He extended a hand, distracting me from my worries. The team united in support of the two players. George and Hill remarked that they were like brothers, and none of that mattered. Valerie Cook also refuted the claims, seeking some privacy. After, The fishing trip, Hibbert's gameplay seemingly regained all-star caliber, indicating that the camaraderie helped boost confidence. Despite that, their hopes for the championship had been shattered. Paul George maintained his exceptional play, posting averages of 23.1 points, 10.1 rebounds, 4.6 assists, and 2.3 steals throughout the playoffs. His standing in the league stayed strong. Valerie and Roy stayed united, raising their 2 children, Trey and Hayden, signifying that their bond weathered the storms of gossip. By 2023, the event had been recast as a tale from the past. Nearly 10 years after the initial whispers, all is well now. This narrative of betrayal among teammates unfolds into a saga where personal disputes ignited one of the most devastating internal conflicts in NBA lore. Jimmy Jackson. In the annals of the NBA, a solitary rumor has the power to reshape the future of a franchise for years to come. This was true for the Dallas Mavericks in the mid-90s, as what could have formed the basis of a championship squad transformed into a grim reminder of how personal strife can fracture professional bonds and hinder-bright careers. The saga of Jimmy Jackson, Jason Kidd, and vocalist Toni Braxton stands as one of the most tumultuous internal disputes in the annals of basketball, leaving repercussions that would linger for the Mavericks for a long time ahead. The incident ignited during a Mavericks jaunt to New York in December 1994, when Braxton was ostensibly meant to meet Kidd, but ultimately ended up with Jackson instead. This narrative gained momentum when Braxton, while promoting her 1996 album Secrets, quipped in response to inquiries, "A girl won't kiss and tell." In stark contrast, Jackson firmly refuted any connections, stating, "I never met her. Jason might have crossed paths with her, but the real story unfolds in New York. I had a publicist ready to arrange for the entire group to visit her at the studio. He pointed out he was meant to be there, yet he didn't show up, which ruled out any chance of romance." Kidd, who initially bought into the gossip, was said to be furious. His intense reaction to what he saw as a betrayal from a teammate played a key role in the breakup of the 3Js. In 2015, Mashburn sought to clarify the situation. "She certainly impacted my connections with both Jimmy Jackson and Jason Kidd. From what I gathered while in the locker room, the claims about Toni Braxton were unfounded. Braxton was involved in some way due to her album, titled Secrets, that was either released or imminent. She appeared on Dallas radio and asserted that she doesn't reveal details about her personal life." By the end of June 1996, Kidd was insisting on trades. "Either move him or move me." Mashburn expressed comparable feelings regarding Jackson's self-centered behavior. The start of the 1996-97 season was disastrous at 9-17, plagued by internal strife, with the Braxton rumor mentioned as a key issue. On December 26, 1996, Kidd was dealt to Phoenix in exchange for Michael Finley and Sam Cassell. On February 14, 1997, Mashburn was sent to Miami. Just 3 days later, on February 17, 1997, Jackson moved to New Jersey. These transactions broke up the 3Js, closing the chapter on a time of unmet potential. The Mavericks wouldn't see a winning season until 2001. Kidd later captured a title with Dallas in 2011. Jackson suited up for 12 teams across 14 years, while Mashburn emerged as an all-star in Miami. This narrative of whispers about betrayal, fracturing a budding team bond segues into our upcoming saga, featuring seasoned Lakers icons facing the weight of title expectations. Shannon Brown. The Lakers have long blended intrigue with triumph. Yet the 2011 speculation surrounding Shannon Brown and Pau Gasol's partner challenged even their storied resilience against internal strife. Renowned for his explosive athleticism and high-flying dunks, Shannon Brown secured 2 championships with the Lakers in 2009 and 2010, sharing the court with Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol. This gossip surfaced amid the 2011 playoffs after the Lakers' stunning elimination at the hands of Dallas. This defeat hit hard, representing the initial occasion where a Phil Jackson-led squad faced a clean sweep, further aggravating the wounds of a team used to winning championships. It was claimed that Brown was involved romantically with Sylvia Lopez Castro, who was Gasol's girlfriend at the time, which some believe contributed to Gasol's struggle, as he only managed 13.1 points and 7.8 rebounds, far below his usual stats. There were also whispers about Vanessa Bryant potentially playing a role in the unfolding drama. Brown quickly shot down the speculation on Twitter. "Let me clarify this right now before it gets out of hand. I didn't have any intimacy with it, Paul Gasol's partner. This is my sole mention of the issue." Gasol dismissed the claims as completely untrue during a May 2011 ESPN interview. He affirmed that his relationship with Lopez Castro was sound and refuted any discord with Kobe Bryant. The speculation was baseless, stemming from unreliable rumors instead of factual journalism. It seemed like yet another instance of sports media fabricating stories to rationalize unforeseen results. The lasting consequences were negligible for both individuals. Brown stepped away from the game in 2015, whereas Gasol persisted at a high level until his retirement in 2019, later earning a spot in the Hall of Fame in 2023. His present spouse, Catherine McDonald, wed him in 2019, and they share 3 children who have kept strong ties with the Bryant family. This narrative of unfounded championship pressure speculation transitions us to our concluding account, possibly the most enduring and debated claim in contemporary NBA lore. In our concluding account, we delve into the NBA's shadowy depths concerning Delonte West, where an incendiary rumor has lingered for over 10 years amid relentless denials and scrutiny. The purported romance between Delonte West and Gloria James stands as one of the most disputed yet persistent, unverified stories in contemporary basketball lore. This speculation surfaced during the 2010 playoffs as the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by LeBron James, clashed with Boston in the Eastern Conference semifinals. West, a key player and LeBron's teammate, played a vital role during his 8-season run in the NBA. Whispers of West's alleged relationship with Gloria James suggested a correlation to LeBron's decline in performance, coinciding with Cleveland's defeat in 6 games. LeBron's later move to Miami was partly blamed on the supposed impact of off-court affairs on team dynamics. Rumor mills, such as Terez Owen, circulated stories, including one that purported to have insider information. My uncle, a general contractor working there for 7 years, mentioned that Delonte has reportedly been involved with Gloria James, LeBron's mother, for a while. Somehow, LeBron learned of this before Game 4, which shattered their team chemistry and created a rift among the players. Calvin Murphy, an inductee into the Basketball Hall of Fame, brought authenticity in 2010. This isn't just gossip. Regrettably, my contacts within the NBA confirm that it's indeed factual. According to them, the only ones oblivious to the situation were LeBron James and myself. Still, this assertion relies solely on unverified sources without solid proof. LeBron's legal representative officially refuted the rumors, labeling them as absurd and unfounded. West has repeatedly rejected the allegation as well. Back in 2012, he mentioned to Dallas News that it has had an impact on him, stating that the first question he hears wherever he goes is, "Don't tell me you did that." He firmly asserts that he did not engage in such actions. In August 2023, West was caught on camera near a 7 to 11 answering queries. He stated, "I've never been with anyone's mom." The person filming chimed in, mentioning that he's claiming he's never been with Ed LeBron's mother and urging sweeps to spread the word. By April 2024, West voiced admiration for Gloria James, saying it's awful that people try to bring down a powerful black woman like her. That's unfortunate on multiple fronts. John Sally dismissed the hearsay, claiming it was concocted by the media. He remarked that LeBron managed the situation admirably, suggesting that James opted not to respond to unfounded rumors. This speculation has harmed West's reputation significantly. He has faced the challenges of substance abuse, economic difficulties, and a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, which ultimately led to losing his home. Although these issues bear no connection to the unfounded gossip, the ongoing rumors have intensified his strain. In light of the continuous disproofs by those implicated and a total absence of proof, the speculation seems utterly baseless. As of August 2025, there have been no new revelations to back any part of the accusations. The West James rumor highlights the most troubling aspects of NBA rumor culture, where dramatic assertions endure endlessly despite being thoroughly dismantled. It acts as a warning about the strength of gossip in today's online world and the enduring harm it can cause to the lives, careers, and mental well-being of innocent individuals. Enjoy this video? Tap the cards on your screen for additional content.